Hi everyone, welcome to week 2 of college writing for the summer of 2017. This afternoon I will be getting your thesis assignments graded and back to you so that you can have those to start working on your rough drafts for your narrative essay. And then the other things I'll get graded in the next few days, but the thesis I think is the most important so that you can start working on your rough draft with feedback and a clear thesis statement. So I'll be getting those back to you by the end of today so that you have a couple days before you need to start submitting things on the discussion board. This week we have obviously some reading, the 3 different drafts of Eric's essays, the essay revision checklist, and then rereading the Junk Eddy essay. First assignment this week is your rough draft. So remember the MLA format, double space, 12-point font, name and info at the top. Check your grammar. Make sure your thesis is clear in that first paragraph or so. Make sure you use description, but not too much. You don't need 3 or 4 words to describe a house, or even like always 2 words to describe a tree. Just 1 is good, but use description, but don't overuse it is the key. So your rough draft, you'll want to get that done early because then you'll be working on your second rough draft that will be due Thursday night to the discussion board. Then you'll also be working on the Eric's revision response questions and answering, if you look at read Eric draft 1 and then you answer the specific questions that are listed there within draft 1, answer the questions listed in draft 2, etc. For your revision checklist for assignment 2-3, there are 10 questions on that revision checklist, and there's a link to it in the course. It's on grammar.about.com, I believe. Grammar.about.com, and it's the revision checklist, and there are 10 questions. For assignment 2-3, you do not need to send me another draft of your essay or anything you revised it. You need to send me your answers to those 10 questions. Type out the question, and then type out your answer to that question regarding your narrative essay. And then for assignment 2-4, you'll submit your second draft. This is where the big changes come in. You're not looking to completely perfect it. You're working on the big changes. What did you see in your revision checklist that you need to change, and work on those, and that's what should be implemented into your second draft. And that is assignment 2-4. And this is the one that you'll be posting to the discussion board by Thursday night at 11:59 p.m. Central Time. And then you'll be reading 2 other responses from other students. So once you get responses from other students, you'll get responses from them by Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. And then you'll have time then to go through and tweak and edit and proofread for your final draft, which will be due by Monday night, a week from last night. Just a reminder, the courses run Tuesday through Monday. So everything is always due by Monday night, or sometimes in instances like the second draft this week, it's due a little bit earlier. So pay attention to those due dates in there. So your final draft will be, there's a checklist in the course schedule. There are 5 things you want to make sure that you have. And then if you look in the course, the rubric for the final draft is there. So you can see exactly what I'm going to be basing your grade on in that rubric. So by Thursday night for the discussion board, you need to have your second draft posted to the discussion board by Thursday night. And then you're going to read and respond to 2 of your fellow students' essays. And it shows you in the schedule how to determine you're supposed to look at, read, and give feedback on your upstream neighbor and your downstream neighbor. So you go to the, within the course, you click on email course members, it's a menu item link. And then your upstream and downstream classmate will be the one listed above you and below you in the email list. So that's how you determine who your upstream and downstream neighbor is for the discussion board this week. So Thursday night you post yours, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday you have to look at your classmates, 2 of your classmates' essays, and you answer the 4 questions for each of them. And you can put that in the discussion board, make it your post, your thread, and then just type your neighbor's name at the top and then answer the questions, type the other neighbor's name and answer those questions. And then that will be due by Sunday night, so then everyone will have another 24 hours to finalize, tweak, and edit their final draft, which will be due Monday night. I believe that is it for now. Let's see, once again, make sure everything except discussion board's MLA, and look in some of the files I sent last week in week 1 about MLA formatting. Everything needs to be done in that except discussion board. And again, this narrative essay is 2 to 3 pages. So it's not 3 to 5. This is 2 to 3, but it has to be a minimum of 2 full pages to count as 2 pages. It can't be 1 3/4 pages. It has to be a full 2 pages to count as a minimum of 2 pages. And that's standard for what I do across all of my courses, because if it's only a page and a half, it's not really 2 full pages, it's a page and a half. So 2 to 3 pages, minimum of 2 full, double spaced. And as a reminder, there are some assignments that I have. It's Tuesday, and I still haven't seen some things from some people from the week that ended last night. For every day, per the Moody MDL late policy, every day it's late, it's 5% off of the grade, and it's 5% off of the grade you would receive. So if it's out of 10 and you received an 8 out of 10, then it's 5% off of that 8. And then after we reach 7 days, if it's a full week late, if it's due Monday at midnight, and by the following Monday it's still not submitted, then it receives a 0. And that's all per MDL, and that's in the student handbook if you want to check that out. All right, I believe that's it. I hope you have a great week. As always, please email, get in touch with me with any questions, anything you want to bounce off of me in terms of ideas, thesis, anything like that. Feel free to email me, and I'll get back with you in within 24 hours, usually even less than that, usually within 12 hours, but at least within the 24 hours. So have a great week, and email me with questions.